There's a lot of indecision about what was going to happen to Kellogg in the future, whether the plant was actually going to stay or be moved in the late 1990s and aughts. And so West didn't want to make an investment in a plant that might be demolished. So the plant went really beyond what it should have without having rehab work and just maintenance work done on it. Just like maintaining your house, if you don't take care of things, the problems get more expensive. So we upgraded and took care of things that needed maintenance throughout the plant. And we also, where we replaced equipment, we put in more modern, more energy efficient equipment.
They're a lot more reliable than the old equipment that was here. A lot less wear and tear. That means that we don't have to fix them as often. So we're freed up to do other things around the plant instead of working on old, broken equipment.
So these are Howden Turbolex variable vane blowers that we've installed for this project. These give us a lot more flexibility and control and reliability in performing the aeration of the process. They have been a dramatic improvement. They are much more stable and efficient than a previous installation. One of the major projects related to the aeration basins was the addition of RAS piping, or return activated sludge piping, from inside the blower building around all that electrical equipment that brought that material to exterior and dispersed it across the aeration basins, eliminating electrical hazard risk in the blower building. We also added new flow metering, new valve control that helped stabilize and balance the flow between all 4 aeration basins. One of the things that we did to benefit the local area, the community around the plant, was to put additional covers on top of the aeration basins to trap the odorous air and allow us to draft it up through this odor duct piping into our biofilters. We upgraded a bulk of the electrical equipment related to the influent pump station, master control panel, conduit leads to the VFDs for the pumps, and all the electrical in the building. This created a lot of resiliency and improved wiring that was very old and out of date. We were able to divide the dry well connection to the wet well, which improved odorous gases, operator safety, and provided an access point exterior to the building to reach the wet well to do cleanings and service work. So this is part of the Kellogg project. It was the addition of a dispatchable standby generator. We have redundancy as backup power in the treatment plant itself, but also a backup to the community grid, which allows them to automatically shift power to the grid if we have high demand scenarios and keep the grid from failing. It also, with this addition, was a switchgear that allowed us to diversify the power throughout more aspects of the plant and put us in a situation where we have more of the plant on backup power, so when we do have power failures, we have more resiliency and more processes staying online. We upgraded both the electrical systems in this pump station and the pumps themselves for both efficiency and resiliency. This process was also tied into the electrical grid as part of the DSG, or dispatchable generator upgrade. So this was one of the processes previously not on backup power. It is now on backup power and in full function when it is under backup power. What we have here as part of the Kellogg project is the addition of the flow management system, which just allows us to retain some hydraulic capacity that we had lost in the plant some years ago. This system allows, under storm conditions, high flow, high hydraulic conditions, to peel off some of the flow from the primary clarifiers, divert it directly to disinfection, and also helps retain some of our biological process in the aeration basins during these high flow, peak wet weather events. This is our W3, or Reclaim Pump Station project, that is improving upon our pump station that supplies wash water, reuse water all across the plant. It's going to provide both disinfection and consistent pressure and reliable backup to a system that has not had that historically.
What we've put in are more energy efficient blowers. We've also put in more energy efficient water pumps. We've put in a more energy efficient standby generator too. So all this will save the ratepayers more money in the end.
We're going to be upgrading our disinfection system, either replacing UV or adding chlorination for all of our disinfection. We're going to be doing a major remodel on the admin building and working with our neighbors on what that should look like and what it should include. We're also going to upgrade our solids treatment part of the plant. Right now we haul solids to Tri-Cities for treatment. With treatment here, we'll greatly reduce the number of trucks in and out of the Kellogg facility. We work with the neighbors throughout this project, notifying them of when there were going to be shutdowns or when there might be more odors or when there might be more noise. And the resulting work leaves us with a better treatment facility. We're just fixed up our house. We're a better neighbor.
I've worked here for 25 years, 27 years, and I feel part of this community. I know my neighbors, they know me, and I just look forward to being a great steward of this facility and working many more years here, being part of this community.
We're pretty much the last line of defense for the river. We take all the wastewater from everyone in our district. This place is important because without it, you couldn't boat, you couldn't swim, you really couldn't do anything connected to the water around here.